Hi guys, and welcome back. This week I have taught a lot of ballet classes with some brand new beginners in it, and it has reminded me of some of the modifications and helpful tips that I could be giving to you guys so that you will know what everything should feel like while you're at barre and how to really activate the right muscles to make sure that you are working through your ballet barre correctly. One of the very first things that is good to do before you go into a ballet class is to figure out where your natural turnout is. And an easy way to do that, I say easy, nothing in ballet is easy, but a good way to do it is to sit up as straight and tall as you can and try to find where your hips naturally roll out to if you just relax your legs. Let me scoot back so you can see a little better. So roll those hips out naturally and just see where your rotation lies. From there, really squeeze your inner thighs together and lift up out of your seat so that you can feel all of those muscles turn on that you need to hold the rotation. From there, point your toes, feeling your heels lift up and your toes reach down. And relax those feet, shake it out. Now take it back to parallel and just repeat the process. So rotate from the top, lift your heels, drop your toes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now let's add the arms with it. Our shoulders are going to roll down our back. Rib cage pulls down and close so your core muscles are nice and held. And you want to feel like you're holding a balance ball. So you've got some weight on top and you're holding it up from underneath. You want your shoulder blades to be down as flat as possible. And from there you can open up your arms to second, but they never want to reach behind your back. Yeah, keep everything nice and engaged. From there we can take one right arm up to third. Good, and same thing, as your arm comes up, sorry my feet are dirty, I've been teaching all day. As that arm comes up, the shoulder blades actively roll down even more. And switch. Good, take that arm in fourth and switch to fourth. So you should feel a difference immediately between your parallel relaxed and then that turn down. It lifts me up. The muscles that it takes to use to really hold that rotation actually lifts me up off the ground a little. Another thing that I have seen so many times is beginners not knowing where their side is at barre. So, and I'll show you from the side, find your first position, and then once you find it, do a demi-plie just so that you can really make sure that your knees are tracking right over those toes. Good, you don't want you to force your turnout and then have your knees go forward, not good. So from here, a nice natural rotated position, holding it from the top. Let me back it up a little bit. You're gonna find your 4 points, yeah? So find the front, leading with your heel and pulling that toe back. And front is gonna be right in front of your nose. Yeah, so my heel is lined up with my nose. I'm lifting up on that standing leg, still buoyant out of my heel, so that inner thigh line is drawing up, and then bring it back to first. To the side, I see a lot of this. Yeah, not good, that's not right. So follow the line of your first position. So that same thing, you're lifting, lifting, lifting up out of your hips. You want to feel that heel reach forward, and the arch presents itself to the front. So my side is about here, your side might be here, your side might be here, I don't know. Mine is about here, and that's where I can feel that rotation activated. And so you see from the side, it looks like it's going to the side, yeah? And then here, you can see that it's reaching in front of me just a little. To the back, this is another one. I see a lot of people either try to let it go parallel, which is not correct for ballet, or they let it drift off here to second best. So second best would be somewhere between second and arabesque. It is not a position, yeah? So back is truly right behind your head. So line it up with your ponytail. And I can feel myself on my center and on that leg when I'm really, really, really reaching right behind my head. And then you drop that heel and lift your pinky toe to the sky. So find those 4 points for you. First, assess where your natural rotation is, what muscles need to turn on to hold it, and then find your points. And remember what it feels like in that tendu mat so that every time you do a tendu or a dégagé or a rond de jambe, you're really passing through those points. Another thing that I see a lot of is giving into the S shape of your spine for plie. That is not good and will cause you lower back and possible knee and hip problems in the future. So I like to feel like I'm smashed between two refrigerators. I know that sounds extreme, but I can envision a big heavy refrigerator in front of me and a big heavy refrigerator behind me. So as I go down, I'll lift this up so you can see a little bit. So as I go down, I keep my spine reaching straight down and then coming straight up, instead of leading with my seat and coming back up, yeah? So smash between refrigerators for that grand plie, and take your time on the way up, yeah? Everything in ballet is the opposite. So as you go down, you're lifting up, you feel your center line lifting up, 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 up. As you come up, you feel your center line pushing down, 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 down. Coming through demi-plie and rolling completely through those feet every single time. Barre, once you figure out those basic things, so where your turnout is, what muscle it takes to hold it, and then really not giving into the S-shaped curve of that spine, everything else will fall into place more or less as long as you're constantly thinking about that. Another thing that really helps is to connect your breath with the movement. So for instance, I talk about this in my class all the time. I like to exhale on the down of a plie, inhale on the up. Exhale on the down, inhale on the up. And the reason for that is, similar to yoga, connecting with your breath deepens that mind-body connection, and it can help you find your placement without relying on outside sources. If you're taking class at home, that's really important. You may not have a wall full of mirrors to reference, so you have to feel your shoulders over your hips over your knees, and your knees over your toes as you go through these challenging movements. Your breath can help you with that, in that with every deep exhale, your rib cage naturally closes and falls into place. Your diaphragm squeezes so those center muscles are held, and all of that helps you hold the correct muscles for your placement. So you don't have to think, drop my rib cage, drop my shoulders, lengthen through my back. You can just breathe out and it all naturally happens. The same thing comes with the inhale. So a lot of times if we tendu out, I like to inhale on the out, exhale as you come back to first. And it's the same principle, yeah? Or with our arms, we'll inhale on the up, exhale as they come down. So with that inhale, as your breath lifts, your arms and legs also lift, and then that exhale brings you back to center every single time. So try to think about that. Breathe rhythmically. If things are reaching, we inhale. If things are closing or deep plies, we exhale. If things are jumping, we inhale as you land, deep exhale. And find that rhythm while you're dancing, and it will really help your placement. Another couple modifications for stretches. I do a lot of stretching in my class, and sometimes things like stretching in second just don't come naturally at first. I am one of those people. I'm not naturally flexible at all. The only reason I can do this is because I do it every day. So feel free to modify as needed. One option for a stretch in second is just to make your second more shallow. I would rather see this level of second with nice rotation as you stretch, trying to get that belly button close to your thighs, than this, yeah, with your knees, I almost can't even do it, rolled in or knees bent like this, yeah. Another good option, especially when we're stretching side to side in second, is to bend the leg that you're not stretching toward. For instance, if we're stretching to the right, and for you guys, I mirror you, so this is my right for right now. This is actually my left, but it's my right. So you're gonna bring that left leg in, and then as you reach over, you can really feel that left hip ground into the floor and get the good stretch towards that right leg. The same thing would go for the other side. Yeah, so just bend the leg that you're not actively stretching toward. If you have problems stretching just forward, if this is too much for you, then your first goal is straight up and down, yeah? If you are here That's okay. That is a starting point. We all start somewhere. This used to be me for sure. And gradually, I got to here. Then gradually, I got to here. Then gradually, it came down. Another option, especially if you're looking for homework, like ways to improve your stretching and your ballet technique, you can do floor bar. Hey, I love floor bar. I have a video for that. So for floor bar, you're gonna lay down on the ground and feel your lower back flush with the ground. So really reach through that tailbone, pulling your belly button all the way down into the ground. Your arms can either come out to your sides, yeah, and down, but just make sure that you keep your shoulders down and don't let them creep up to your ears. And then work your tendus from here. This is another good way to feel what should be working as you're going through bar. So for instance, you're here front, and take it side, back to front, and down. Switch sides, front, take it side, and front, and down, and front. Now find that side. Remember, it's not actually side. Bring it back in front of your nose, and down, and front. Rotate it side. Ooh, keep that hip down, and front, and down. And then as you get more used to that feeling, you can add the upper body. Front and side, and front, and take it down. And front, side, front, and down. And you see, as I go side, my hip wants to roll with it, but it shouldn't. And that lets me know that every time I'm tenduing to the side, my hip of the leg that's on the ground is probably wanting to follow it. I know that it is because I feel it in my arms, or in my hips and my legs after class. So that lets me know what I need to be focusing on to prevent injury in my future and have the most longevity possible, which I plan on doing. I plan on doing this until I drop dead. So I want all the longevity, and I want it for you too. So paying attention to things like our placement, like our spinal integrity, like working with our natural rotation are essential. There is nothing more important. There are no tricks that are more important. There is no style that is more important. Keeping everything aligned and working from a safe place, doing smart modifications that help you improve is our #1 goal always. I hope that this helped you. If you guys want more little tips that I give people in class, I would love to do this kind of videos, so just let me know. If you have questions, let me know. I would love to answer them. Y'all have a great week.